Welcome to the Halo Outreach Podcast, where we reach out to you, the Halo community, to keep you up to date on everything that's going on in the Halo universe. What is going on, people of Earth? Welcome to another episode of the Halo Outreach Podcast. I'm your boy, Patman, and this is my co-host, Mr. KevinKoolx.
It's like you might cut out like right when you said that. It's like KevinKoolx. And so, welcome guys to episode number 52 of the Halo Outreach Podcast, the podcast that keeps you up to date with.
That's my line
in Halo. What, you passed it off?
Well, dude, we say it in the intro. We don't gotta say it again, do we?
Well, you just can reconfirm.
Oh, okay. Gotta reaffirm.
Do they actually mean it? And like,
YouTube content creation 101. We need to get that ad revenue, so we're gonna be here for a while. Okay. Expect this podcast. I know this is a shocker to last over 10 minutes, so we can get that sweet ad revenue.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
that's the only reason why you make video. That's
the only reason. Only reason.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite armor coating. Yeah.
Yes.
We got that on the podcast news for today. We got to talk about the Halo 4 flight for a little bit, and then a infuriating MCC skin that I have been trying to get when I'm not that good at Halo. We'll dive deeper into that. Then we'll do a playlist update. Happy birthday, first of all, to my wife yesterday, and happy birthday to Halo 5 today. 5 years old. If you guys log on today, you would get a rec pack, premium rec pack. I forgot exactly what it was called. Greatest Hits, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you guys can log on. If you're live right now, hurry up and log on if you're listening to this afterwards. Too late. Sorry.
Snoozed and losed.
Snoozed and the losed. So before we get into the topics for the podcast, let's talk about our weeks, Mr. KevinKoolx, because we haven't talked to each other since the last podcast because we're busy guys. Mm-hmm. How was your week in gaming in general?
Week's been good, been listening to Shadows of Reach on Audible.
No spoilers
and stuff like that.
Please.
Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, we're not even talking about spoilers yet. I'm about 4 hours into like the 13 hours total for that book, and so far, like, it's pretty good. I feel like the sections with Chief kind of drag, but again, that's just like a little bit.
Wow, if you don't like long sections with Chief, you'll love Halo 5.
But so I've been listening to that when I'm at work. Obviously, been playing the Halo 4 Flight on PC, which has been pretty dang awesome with some pleasant surprises as well. Actually, I would say. Mm-hmm. And then after all that is said and done, that's about it.
Sick.
And just grinding out Halo content, man. How about you?
Yeah, same. Had a video do actually really well, which we'll get into. The whole infinite armor coating things. My videos have been kind of cheeks lately on the views, but that one did really well for my channel, so that was nice to get some subscribers from that. Mm-hmm. Like I said, it was my wife's birthday, so I kind of took the weekend off from everything and took her out weekend on the town. So that was really fun. I think we both really needed that. And besides that, I have just been playing video games when I got back. Trying to get this damn skin. We'll talk about it later, but yeah, just...
MTC skin tied to getting a certain rank in a specific timed playlist.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence, basically.
Time. Exactly. And skill is of the essence, apparently, because I'm just bad at Halo. So, starting to doubt if I'll ever get it, but we'll get into that. Let's get right into the freaking... This one shouldn't be a long podcast. I know we say that all the time, but we're going to try to breeze through this.
Still ends up being like an hour long every time. But yes. Halo Infinite armor coating news.
Yeah.
I think maybe has it been since the last time we chatted? It was revealed, and then now we know more about it. It's still like a bit of a developing story right now when it comes to Halo Infinite's customization.
Yep.
And
we haven't talked about it since it was properly revealed. Like we talked about the Monarch skin and all that, but with the Red Shift, when that came out, we got a few more details on the coatings there. So. Do you want to go through some of the things that they listed there on the community update that Unishek talked about.
Yeah, he kind of goes into like, obviously he goes into like initially like what the idea behind coatings are and stuff like that,
Right.
saying it's like a 7-layer burrito and things like that,
Mm.
which is delicious. I'm happy for that, you know.
Mm.
But it's saying it replaces primary and secondary colors,
Right.
you know, and just hearing that information off the bat, it's like, yeah, that kind of sounds like it sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
They do mention about how this coding system, even though it replaces primary secondary colors, does offer more customization, but
Right.
at the hand of 343. So whatever 343 makes and puts out, you can put it on your Spartan kind of thing.
Mm.
And it's basically just dominated the news story. I'm sure when Unishek made this thing, he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, we've been seeing it out online with like different advertisements from like Monster and Chips Ahoy and all these other kind of brands doing the marketing programs." Like, okay, we'll just give it a little more information about like what the idea behind armor coatings are and stuff like that. And then people have been crying for content drought. Well, here you go. Here's some content. And then it comes out to the public and it just starts a goddamn fire.
Yeah.
Right? And just like no one's shutting up. No one can shut up about how much they don't like this.
True. Like, I'm kind of sick of hearing about it, honestly.
I'm kind of getting to that point too. And it's only been like a week.
Right. But that's what happens when it's literally the only thing we've had to talk about since the delay.
Yeah, pretty much like the main like solid
Big
confirmed
news, yeah.
343 content that we can talk about. Because we've as content creators, man, we've been trying to keep it keep the channels active with toy reveals and cookie cutter content.
Right.
But the recent news actually just came out like today, even though it was previously known, but it actually confirms it today that the armor coatings will cost $5 for a single coating.
Right.
Confirmed by YouTuber Sean W, who thirsted for some information about where to pick up some damn Oreo cookies with this promotion on it. I've been looking around. I haven't seen anything about Halo Oreo cookies or anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't really been looking.
Every time I go to the supermarket, I'm like, where them codes at? But I haven't seen anything. And he found some codes, typed it on the Halo Waypoint for the Redeem website, and said or like I think it was the Chips Ahoy website or something like that, and said, "Congratulations, you've earned yourself one Monarch skin worth $5." And they have to mention it because it's like that's like legally they have to mention the cost of what the prize is.
$5.
Old meme, man. Old meme.
Oh,
okay.
Because we don't say old memes all the time.
And so it's even got the community up in more arms about armor coatings. I even saw Angry Joe retweet that.
Snap.
Yeah, he retweeted Sean W's tweet saying like showing this worth $5 with just like the GIF from that Blink-182 video where he's like, WTF,
Yeah.
What the fuck, kind of stuff. And like, so we're probably gonna get an angry rant here coming pretty soon about Halo Infinite.
Yeah. He's not. I mean, he tore Halo 5 up for its microtransactions, so I'm sure he'll go in on Infinite.
Yeah, of course, and we still also don't have the full story when it comes to Infinite's microtransactions and customization as well. So that's why I'm still holding off, like flipping tables.
Right.
But my hands are ready. They're underneath. I'm like, do I need to go? Do I just, I'm like, the half the tables are kind of just like, it's barely hanging on the ground,
Right.
But I'm certainly concerned about that. Though Unishek did go online and on Twitter post up a thread on Twitter, just kind of trying to ease some concerns and confusions about it, saying that you still will be able to earn coatings in game for free. That's still going to be a possibility. You'll still be earning coatings for in-game achievements as well. So there might be like a new Hayabusa, but for armor coatings or whatever, or vehicle coatings or weapon coatings and things like that. But yeah, there are going to be paid versions as well, which I kind of expected with the general trend when it comes to monetizing microtransactions in games is that you don't touch the gameplay, but you monetize the customization. But Halo's always had a very strong history of giving players options for customization. So I was like, how are they going to balance this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So what are your initial thoughts of hearing armor coatings cost $5?
I don't really care. I'm so sick of this damn argument. Yeah, I get the whole situation in general. I get why people are angry that original, color selection isn't there. I've offered a solution in my video 343. Like Unishek said, he's read a lot of the feedback about this, and our voices are heard, which I'm sure
Oh,
343 is going. Yeah, 343 is probably going to change it. To what we don't know. I'm in the camp where it's like, yeah, I think there should be primary and secondary armor color customization. And then, like I've said before in the podcast, with the coatings, maybe let us put colors where there wasn't really colors before. If you just choose a primary second, so like you see in the red shift, there's knuckles that have different colors. The cod piece, the knees have a little highlight. Yeah, the Under Armour, your boots, your gauntlets, a lot of that stuff, it has little accents here and there because of the coatings. Like you said, it's a 7-layer burrito, which 343 says is up to the artist, which I wonder if that leaves, maybe you could pay money for it, or if it's an unlock. What if you get the option to actually build your own armor coating or vehicle coating? That would be really cool, because it says up to the artist, and there's been user-generated content before. That's user-generated content. That would be really cool. I think that would also make people really happy, but putting that behind a paywall will not make people happy if you have to, charge for that. But that is the reality of Halo Infinite. Free to play. As soon as we heard free to play, we knew there were going to be some sort of microtransactions. I'm glad there's no paid loot boxes, but that is just a reality of AAA games that have a huge multiplayer following. You're going to get microtransactions. A game like Cyberpunk, you don't really need microtransactions. A game like Witcher, stuff like that, that's easy to get away with when you're a single-player game. Some single-player games still put them in their games. But that is the harsh reality of, I'm not defending that. I'm just not shocked by it, nor do I care as much as other people about it, because I'm a red versus blue Spartan most of the time anyways. I don't play FFA, I don't play things like that. And I don't really see my character unless I'm in third person grabbing a turret or driving a vehicle. So to me, what's more important is like weapon skins. I think vehicle skins are really cool as well, because you get to see those. But I do get where people are coming from. And like I said, I thought that would be a good compromise if they do original, primary, secondary, and then add to it with the coatings, allow for more customization. And I get where 343 is kind of coming from, where the mindset that this allows for more character customization, because it does if you earn it. Like say, you complete Lasso, Legendary, whatever, and you can get an armor coating for that. That would be cool. That adds more customization to that player. That sticks out. Like, oh, that dude right there, he did something cool in game, almost like a armor effect, or like the flaming head, katana, things like that. If they do it that way and you can earn in game, all for that. And they mentioned that specifically in that post. Like, yes, you will still be able to earn some of these things in game, which I'm fine with. And yeah, most games like Fortnite, freaking Apex, Gears, they all did it. Call of Duty, you want a certain skin, you could pay for it. And yeah, I'm not surprised that Halo's going that route. Anyways, as long as I could still earn really cool stuff in game, then so be it. Whatever.
Actually, an interesting thing I watched, if you don't know who Ascend Hyperion is on YouTube, he put together a video, pretty good video. I mean, obviously the data set that he worked with was very small, but it kind of gives you a general idea, where he says, like Halo Reach, for example, for all the color combinations you could have, or 900 different combinations you can have for Halo Reach's coloring, which is cool. Like that amount of customization, pretty hard to find someone exactly like you. So everyone's worried, oh God, like how is 343 going to have like 1,000 different armor coatings, in the game without everyone looking the same? But the interesting thing is that that's a kind of a bit of a misleading statistic, though, because that's like actual amount of uh, variation that you can have with your colors and as a Spartan. But what's the actual variation? Like, what do people mainly use
Right.
most time? Like, because you know how popular like the red and black
Red and black
combo
is.
is. That
So
everyone
good.
cites that one. I rocked that one for the longest time as well. I'm not gonna lie. All through Halo 1, 2, and 3, that was red and black the whole time.
Yep.
Because I thought that was cool.
Right.
And even then, I still felt unique. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the colors are whatever, like to me, like I said, we're mostly red versus blue anyways. The more the more stuff where you're set your Spartan different from everybody else's is the armor pieces, which if we're getting the Reach style of customization back, you should have no problem. And Unishek said that to, I think Vito said how concerned he was. And Unishek's like, dude, I would not worry one bit about personalizing your Spartan in Halo Infinite and making it your own. He's like, you will look like how you want to look like, and there's got to be hundreds and hundreds of different armor, pieces to choose from. And if they're supporting this game for 10 years, they're going to keep adding to it and adding to it. Like, I'm like I said, I'm not really that worried about it. There's certain sides of the fan base that will worry about things like this. I just want a fun Halo game that I can grind away and unlock a bunch of cool things and show it off to people. That's what I want. I want good gameplay, good overall experience, unlock stuff via challenges or challenging things in the game, and basically freaking taunt people with that and like, oh my god, look at this guy. When they announced that the Magnum wasn't coming back for now at launch, I didn't freak out about it like a half of the fan base. It's just, I'm like, all right, that's your design decision. I trust you. Make a good game. I didn't freak out about the Spanker not being in Halo 5. I'm like, okay, yeah, it looks shitty. It looks like a generic freaking military rocket launcher, but did not affect my enjoyment of the game whatsoever. I'm not like, oh my god, 343 is incompetent. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Get them away from Halo. No, I'm like, all right, yeah, it looks crappy. Looks like a generic rocket launcher. Guess what? Still picked it up, still used it, still played the hell out of Halo 5, still enjoyed it. So, there's definitely two sides of the fan base that are, they're very vocal with how they kind of, this kind of stuff matters to them. And I don't blame you guys for that. I'm not saying it's wrong to care that much about stuff, because some people, it means a lot to them. But I'm just saying from my point of view, it doesn't affect me that much,
Though I kind of thought of this analogy, and I've been bringing it up in a couple of videos, but I think it works out rather well, kind of giving the same feeling of satisfaction when it comes to creating your Spartan. So say you're making cookies, right? And there's mainly two ways you can make cookies. You can either do it from scratch, like balancing out the flour, the sugar, the butter, and vanilla.
Throw little chocolate chips in there.
Or if you want to make a peanut butter, cookie, if you want to make a peanut butter chocolate cookie, or if you want to make a chocolate chip cookie kind of thing.
Oatmeal raisin.
Yeah, or oatmeal raisin. I still love oatmeal raisin. Bomb ass cookie right there. But I know people hate their raisins and cookies. I personally love it. But anyways. Yeah. Maybe I'm just an old boomer.
You are an old boomer. Confirmed.
But like, think of it like, so you make your cookie from scratch. You're like, I made this cookie.
Right.
You're like, and when you look and it tastes great, you're like, that's that level of satisfaction. You're like, from beginning to end, that was all me. I did this, compared to like pre-made dough that you buy at the store that all you gotta do is just put it, cut it up and put it in the oven, and then you go. Like, you still get baked cookies at the end of the day.
True.
But which one do you feel like you made, and which you can still say I made cookies, even though all you did was just bake them, right?
Yeah.
But one feels way more gratifying to have, and one is just like a quick fix kind of
Here's
thing.
Here's a nerdy one for you. I got a nerdy analogy. Think about building a PC. How satisfying that is.
Yeah.
When you hit that power button and it works, and you're like, dude, I just built a PC. I feel like such a genius. Oh my god. Even though it's really not that hard to do, but it's still like a great feeling. Or if you work on a car, instead of taking it to the mechanic and spending all that money, oh my god, I changed my brake pads by myself. Sure, it took 8 hours. It took a mechanic like 1 hour to do, but I did it. I did that myself. There is a sense of accomplishment. Yes, true. That is for true. I definitely get that. It's a good analogy, and I get where people are coming from with that. But I still think we will have, if it's basically the shader system from Destiny. They even said shaders, like, in the description of it. And I never had a problem making my person look the way I wanted in Destiny. Now, some people may be more picky, so that could be a problem for them, but I'm sure we will all find something that we really like that's like, okay, that's dope, you know?
Or like recently in Halo 4, so I've been playing the flight, I customized my Spartan up a bit, and then I was just kind of like throwing some armor pieces and some colors together. I'm like, oh, I kind of like that blue shade. Oh, I kind of like that green shade. Oh, this visor kind of matches with that. And I'm like, dude, I made like a Seahawks themed Spartan.
Yeah, I
And I was
saw
like,
that.
that's freaking
You had the
cool.
wrong green at first, but you fixed it. I was proud of you.
Yeah, then I fixed it. It was a little too pale of a
I
green.
actually
But
used to rock, back in Halo 4 when you could have the football helmet, I used to rock blue and red for my Buffalo Bills, so that's funny that you did that.
But you see, like I feel like I made that Spartan. Now we'll through for 3 be able to make that blue and green.
Oh, you know they're
Spartan
gonna
that have, like,
have
the
a freaking
holes,
Seahawks
Seahawks.
color. Yeah,
That's
that's gonna be like the
the-
first freaking one out. There'll be like an NFL pack.
That actually would be sick if they
Yeah.
make it like an NFL pack.
I
And
mean,
you can, like, go
Fortnite did
different
it.
way or something.
I know not to
Right.
mention Fortnite. Oh my god, Fortnite! But they did it. They did it. What if Halo gets the rights? You never know.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously we also don't. So basically, we just don't have the full story when it comes
Right.
to Halo Infinite's customization.
As everything with Halo Infinite, we need more info.
Actually, another thing I watched a Sean W video. You kind of brought up the point too. It's like they tell us that this new system is great. They showed us what it can do, but why is it better than what we used to have? They didn't really explain that part too well. It seems like we lost features, and so
I
if
don't
they're
agree
able
with
to,
that, but
and
okay.
I think I'm guessing their hands are probably tied when it comes to showing more when it comes to customization.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why it probably came off sounding really bad.
Yeah.
But because they didn't really, he showed like what the new system is, but they didn't show why that new system is better. They keep telling us like it's better because we have more option for customization. I'm like, yeah, but what about my options for customization now?
Right.
We
But
don't really
before
know.
in Halo, you were never able to customize material. The shaders
True.
allow for that. So I don't completely agree with what Sean W says that it's, you know, why is it better? Because that one feature alone is better to me. Like, okay, now I can add different textures to my armor, which I think is really cool. So that would be a positive. And Destiny did that with their shaders too. You could have carbon fiber looks, something a little more glossy, more mattes, more chromy, you know, like stuff like that. So, I don't completely agree with that, but I get where he's coming from with that comparison, saying, you know, well, you're taking away from the player, you know, that at the end of the day, that's what it's from. That's what it comes down to. You're taking away from the player, and players don't like that. When you make decisions for them, they do not, especially in Halo, which has always been a game about freedom of choice. It's a sandbox game. The customization has always been about freedom of choice. Then that's where you get a little bit. But, you know, speaking of that too, they also showed us the customization of, or a coding of a vehicle, which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hopefully see, dude, like that brings the possibility of the Golden Warthog can definitely make its debut finally in Halo Infinite. Chromed out, freaking gold camo, golden. Imagine
like
that, just ray tracing, just
that. Yeah, like the like you remember like those per updates trailers that we'd have for Halo 5, right?
Yeah.
I remember like the one goes like, oh
yeah,
pizza. now I'm picturing that for like, oh yeah,
Golden Warthog. Yeah. Exactly.
And so, yeah, again, like I said, we don't have the full story when it comes to customization. Not time yet to flip tables, but you know,
stand by.
We're getting ready.
Right.
Getting ready to flip.
You guys are. I understand. I'm not flipping out about this, honestly. I could care less. I'm just ready to play the damn game. But I get where people are coming from. I get y'all. I feel for y'all. And I always try to. Like, I'm always going to be outspoken. You know, I'm probably not going to agree with the comment or the vocal minority or the vocal majority, whatever it may be in this case. I'm always going to tell you guys how I feel personally. That's how I feel. But I always do try to get where people are coming from. And I absolutely understand where everybody's coming from with this. It isn't right to be taken away from the players. It just doesn't resonate that, you know, that much with me. So.
I think I saw a Reddit post earlier today talking about like, according to 343, Halo Reach is worth $13,000 in value because of like multiplying the color customization
Jesus.
options times 5, so like 900 times 5, whatever.
Yeah.
That would come to $4,500 then, right?
I don't know. I'm not even listening to
$45,000, something like that.
whoever said
Yo,
that.
math.
Just
Hey, math. I stopped doing math after high school.
same.
But like, so I was like, okay, chill, dude. You're being a little outrageous right here.
Right. They're doing it for the views and the
Yeah,
upvotes, you know. But
hey,
yeah,
man, it got over 100 upvotes within like an hour.
there you go.
Everyone's like, yeah, I'm mad too.
Yeah, I totally steered clear of Reddit after the situation. I heard they're bitching about it on a freaking minute basis over there. So yeah, whatever. All right, let's get on to Halo 4 Flight because we already spent a lot
Halo
of time
4 flighting. Yes,
Yes.
that kicked off on Thursday, right?
Yes, Thursday last
Thursday.
week.
Yeah, Thursday of last week.
So we're over a whole week so far, right?
Not yet.
Was it just a few days ago? No, I feel like it's been alive for a lot.
It was just a few. It had to be. No, it was just a few days ago.
Yeah, maybe you're right. So yeah, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah, it's been about that.
I feel like it's been way longer. Just being away for the weekend makes me feel like I've been gone for so long.
That's just what's called COVID time.
Yeah, true.
Everything just goes slower.
You never know what the hell is going on.
Also, like our minds are kind of just based on like Halo time as well, like how often we get information. So like the days have been really grindy the last like few weeks.
Yeah.
When it comes to that kind of information stuff. But yeah, Halo 4's Flight came out. Pat, you played it, right?
Yep. Feels good.
Played it a bunch as well. So initial experience.
Feels
what are your
good.
Thoughts?
Feels great. I don't hate Halo 4 as a lot of the Halo 4 fan base does. It's not my favorite Halo. It's not in my top 3, but still found enjoyment in it. Still max ranked it. Still played it quite a bit. And it feels better than it's ever felt. Just like most of the things that have come to PC with the increased frame rates, that makes a huge difference. And yeah, it feels great. It looks great. Halo 4 is one of the sexiest games in the series. I still think it looks better than Halo 5 in some parts. Still, we know we know it was supposed to be. Yeah, the skyboxes are freaking incredible on that game.
The scale of Halo 4 felt way bigger than Halo 5.
Yeah, especially in campaign. And some of the best big team battle. I haven't actually got a chance to play big team yet, which is kind of. I mean, I'll play it once it comes out on PC. But and crossplay is there, working flawlessly. Been playing with friends on Xbox, working flawlessly on that. So, really cool stuff. Just ready for it to be released and get these features into MCC as soon as possible because crossplay is huge. Can't wait for that, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a serious game changer when it comes to finding games that you want to play.
Yeah.
Hopefully, then I can finally play Halo 3 Hardcore. Hopefully, we'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because I remember they mentioned how they were going for a per playlist basis when it comes to input-based matchmaking, and then you have and they said they weren't gonna have the ability to toggle it on and off, but then when you turn on the flight, you have the ability to turn off toggle off or on cross-platform and cross input device.
Yeah, I don't know. When did they say you couldn't toggle it off? I think when they said you couldn't switch back and forth between like you can now between once you choose input based.
It locks you into a device. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It locks you to the device. I don't remember them saying. I don't know.
But they mentioned about how it'd be on a per playlist basis.
Right.
Like the input based matchmaking would be.
Right. Like infection and stuff. You couldn't.
It was all for that one it was the Wild West, but when you're playing hardcore, it'd be like you're only matching keyboard.
Right.
You're only
which maybe the stuff in the flight is stuff that is only that they consider to be stuff that you shouldn't be able to switch back and forth between. Maybe we'll have to wait and see until the full release to see what they consider because I think they mentioned infection and one other playlist that I can't remember that they're like, all right, well with those kind of playlists they probably
will firefight. I think they also mentioned
might have been firefight.
Yeah. Where you can, it doesn't matter, really, which is good.
Right.
That's exactly how that should be as well.
Right.
My biggest surprise with this flight, the unlimited frames working really well.
Yeah, the interpolation we thought would be a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, like just like Halo 3 ODST, it's just I've been playing 120 FPS the whole time, and it's been like super smooth. And I was really was expecting the same kind of issues, because we have had those issues with bad interpolation with the Halo Reach and H2A, with the bad, framiness of anything above 60. You have your hands up like you want to say something.
Yes, thank God for a freaking monitor selection that's been added. I've been asking that for so freaking long. It kind of screws up with shadow play. I don't know if you've tried using shadow play. It won't record. Like if you, it's a little bit buggy, but otherwise, if you're not using shadow play, you're not a content creator. It works flawlessly. So that is awesome. Thank God that that's there.
I mean, I just use the monitor that it automatically goes to, my primary monitor, and my secondary
which is
monitor.
what we used to have to do anyways. When I'm recording when I'm recording videos, I like to record at 4K 60, but I don't like playing at 4K 60. I'd rather play 1440, 240 frames on that monitor. So, I have to switch back and forth depending on if I'm trying to create, content, or if I'm trying to just play and go try hard. So
totally.
Definitely. I mean, I know I'm probably the minority with that, but yeah, it's a nice thing to have. It should have been in there. A lot of games nowadays have that feature, so I'm just glad it's there.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, and then also like the per game graphics options as well. You can tone down like the anti-aliasing, the water effects, particle effects, blood, even if you want to do that.
I hope that lets us have blood in Infinite. I mean, I know it's a small thing, but I just like seeing some blood splatter. I mean, Halo 5 had it, but I don't know. If you could really customize it like that in Infinite, that'd be awesome. Awesome to have.
Mm-hmm. I would think so.
Yeah. I mean, everything they've done in MCC so far is basically leading up to Infinite. We've talked about that several times. It's the testing grounds.
There was even like a leaked thing that came out, a leaked text thing that came out. So it could have been from anybody, there was like no sourcing really, but they said that Halo Infinite is supposed to kind of be like a sequel to the MCC in a way.
Which I could see that.
How it functions and stuff. Which they
already said it's going to be a platform, for the next 10 years of Halo. That's what MCC is.
Classic Halo.
Exactly. So, yeah. You guys want Infinite flight? You're playing it. MCC. That's your Infinite flight. That's the beta for Infinite. We're testing all these new features coming to Infinite, probably.
If you were a community manager, I don't think you would last more than a day saying stuff like that.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I would. I mean, if I'm getting paid to do it, it's different. I can bite my tongue when I'm getting paid. When I'm getting paid to shut up, I get. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be some outspoken fucking internet dude, like most people on the internet.
Totally, but I got a chance to play the BTB game and BTB days. Actually, it was like on Friday and I think Sunday as well, and. Yeah, it's fun actually. I've actually had recently had just a new appreciation for Halo 4 from playing it now. I just have a totally different mindset than I was back in 2012, 2010, where I was like, nope, it has to be like this.
Right.
This is not my Halo. Yeah. Which obviously it still lacks in the balancing and just the fairness that previous Halos offered. But
it's still
Halo
fun.
4 as a casual game, if you play more for just cool moments rather than good gameplay, you find yourself enjoying yourself a lot more playing that game. Yeah. It's essentially the whole game is a glorified Team Fiesta, pretty much, with the weapon drops and then also the ordnance drops as well.
Right.
And
Legendary Slayer is actually really fun too, where you just start out BR/AR, no abilities. I always thought that. I mean, the BR in Halo 4 actually feels really good. So.
Oh yeah, the hit detection in Halo 4 feels great. Oh, yeah. It's super snappy. Yeah. Even a little too snappy because that light rifle. I don't know if you've been playing around with that at all in multiplayer. That thing is freaking deadly. It's scoped in, so 4 shots.
DMR's nasty.
2, 3, 4, boom, dead. And I've gotten into some sweaty BTB lobbies. All I hear is everywhere. It's a bit obnoxious because of how hit scan the weapons are and stuff like that. But if you get into a fun casual lobby, then it's actually fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But for most part, Halo 4 is surprisingly good on PC. And also would make me think that H2A might get the same update since Halo 4 H2A ran on a modified or updated version of Halo 4's engine. I would think the H2A would begin the unlimited frames update, maybe even when Halo 4 releases.
Could be.
Yeah. I would think that'd be very possible.
Yeah.
But obviously, That's my backseat game developer hat wearing right there. But I would think they'd be coming around the corner pretty soon then.
Yeah, definitely.
So when it comes to Reach, maybe something else. We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
All right,
Halo 4 Flight's been great. Move over to the special ranked skin.
Yeah.
MCC. Yes. Ranked Halo MCC has been struggling pretty much ever since like January, I would say.
Yeah.
Even with Halo 3. I remember like when Reach first came out on PC, I was playing ranked, finding games no problem. 1 through 10, it felt so good to play 1 through 10. I was dominating. It felt so great. Then once I get to like 10 through 20, it felt pretty average, and then 20 and above felt pretty sweaty. And then once I hit I got up to like 24, and then people kind of just stopped playing altogether when it comes to ranked Halo.
Yeah.
And it seemed like each subsequent release of MCC ranked that it was popular for maybe like a month and then completely dead.
Yep.
Even where Halo 3 right now, I'm like ranked 13 or 14. Can't find any games because I'm not high enough ranked to match against people who are still playing Halo 3 ranked.
Right.
And so to try to revitalize the ranked playlist, it seems like 343 has kind of brought in a special Arctic camo for your sniper rifle to earn in a ranked playlist in the MCC. Pat, what are your thoughts on this camo and the idea of having locked content behind the playlist?
Well, hopefully it's locked. I hope this is locked, but some people are complaining about it, and when people complain, they'll probably get their way. Like, I don't have time to play ranked and get to level 20. I'm not good enough, so just give it to me in the season pass. So the way it's described is play Halo 3 Recon Slayer, which is ODST Magnums and tactical SMGs with suppressor silencer from ODST, with a bunch of other weapons on the map that you're used to from Halo 3, along with the brute plasma rifle. And you have to get to rank 20, and then you get the Arctic camo for the sniper rifle once season 4 lands. That's all they say. So some people are speculating, oh my god, it's going to be available anyways in the season pass. I hope not. I hope this is something exclusive, and they keep it that way and put their foot down. Like, alright, listen, if you can't get the camo, oh well. There should be exclusive stuff for people who play the crap out of the game, who are good at the game, who want to do a challenge. Let them have that. It's not taking away from you playing the game. You can still play the game as much as you want. But there's certain rewards that should go to players that are more dedicated to the game. That's how I feel. It doesn't matter to me that, sometimes I don't have time for it either, but I'm not going to complain about it. So, the thing I will complain about is all the damn sweats in this freaking playlist. It is crazy once you get into the teens how good people are. I guess Vito got his 20 in it, and he said basically 20 is like the new 50 in this playlist. It really is. It's tough, man. It is really tough, and I have not been enjoying my time on it, but I'm gonna keep trying. I'm at a 14 right now, so I'm trying to get. Go ahead.
That's one thing I realized too is that especially right now for the MCC, if you get a 50 right now in the MCC,
oh my god,
first of all, you're lucky enough to find enough games. Right. Second of all, you're a damn good player, because the people who are still playing ranked MCC are the people who are like dedicated Halo players. They're like, I only play Halo multiplayer.
Right. I've never left.
Play. Yeah, exactly. I never left, kind of thing. So it's not exactly the same idea. I remember I've heard so many people like, oh, when I got my 50 back in Halo 3, it was so rewarding. I'm like, I don't think you'd be the quality player who would get a 50 right now in the MCC. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Some people probably got a 50, because of how many people were playing, and compared to the entire public, then you're a 50 quality player.
Right. And
maybe nowadays, maybe not so much.
with this playlist too, I've been able to find matches pretty reliably on PC, but Xbox, I could not find a single match. When it released, I tried playing with some friends on Xbox, could not find a single match. So that was like when it first came out, maybe a lot of people didn't realize it was on there. I haven't tried it recently, but on PC, pretty reliably finding matches. So that's nice to see, even though I really just started to hate this playlist. It's just been, it is so sweaty, man. It is ridiculous.
Especially for how less consistent the the automatic fills in Halo 3 as well.
Yeah.
It's definitely more consistent than like the Magnum in Halo 3, that's for sure.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely still has like that bullet spread randomness to it as well that you can't really get around. And I played a little bit with some friends, and I think I'm up to like rank 9 maybe. And even then, I'll still come across some pretty competitive lobbies and some very familiar names by the end of the play session. That's for sure.
Exactly.
And I think it has like partial party matching. So I think if you're searching for in a team of 3 or more, it's only gonna match you with teams of 3 or more. So maybe going with a team of 2 might be the most optimal way to try to
which
rank
me and
up
Jim
in the
have
playlist.
tried and not worked very well for us.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like that idea a lot. Like I said, I'm glad that you're incentivizing people to play ranked, because my favorite settings in MCC in all of Halo or Halo 3 hardcore settings, just my preference. I'm just saying.
Right.
But if they put some more incentives behind that, I think it'd be really nice to hopefully get more people to jump in and play. That's what they did back in Halo 5. You get a new emblem every season.
Yep.
Because you at least earned a rank. Then you at least played 10 games to get your rank and stuff like that. So super useful stuff. I think that's a great way to try to get people to play. And rank definitely needs some love. I think even in the most recent Friday MCC development update, was it Snickerdoodle or Sam, right? Even posted in there like, hey, so squad battles in Halo 4's flight is kind of dead.
We need people,
we need people to play this. And I actually played a little bit of squad battles, I think on the second night of the flight, or maybe even the first night. It was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I played it for a little bit.
It's kind of like that middle ground between like 4v4 and BTB.
Yeah.
And so definitely want to check it out if you can. Especially when the game finally launches. If you ever want to play squad battles, you have to play it definitely within the first month. I guarantee you after that it's going to be dead, unless they have some new incentives like this.
Well, since Halo 4 would be dead in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I have a feeling the same thing as well.
Yeah. All right, so Halo playlist update. Let's move on to that.
Update.
Yeah, and we have some MCC stuff for you guys. So Halo 3, like we said, ranked Recon Slayer has debuted. Halo 2 Classic and Halo 2 Anniversary Hardcore have rotated out because they're going to be consolidating playlists to try to keep that population up and ranked. It says Snotty Snipers rotates out. I like that. Snotty Snipes has rotated out for MCC. They also fixed an issue where players could match against wider than intended range of player ranks in Invasion, and also fixed an issue where players could exploit ranked hoppers by blocking other players, which me and Jim tried the other day because we kept matching a pro team of just like Evader and all his people, and he was actually getting really mad on stream, which was kind of funny at me.
Really?
He was getting like this. He called me Panda. He's like the Panda Gaming guy is really pissing me off. I don't know. People like Jim kept quitting out. Me and Raps were just left there like 2v4, and I was just staying there and shooting and teabagging, of course, when I killed them. So he was getting mad at me. So that was fun. But we didn't really want to match them anymore because they were a 4-stack and we were getting wrecked by them. But that didn't work. So yeah, you can't do that anymore. As far as playlists for Halo 5, it is Halo 5's birthday, like we said, guys. All month long, you have Global Double XP in all playlists. For the 29th, Roman King is rotating in for Action Sack and Warzone Turbo. Yes, Roman King is actually really fun. Warzone Turbo is going live on the 29th as well for the weekend. So go on and get them 152s. Gohan. Yeah, get it, Gohan. Get them 152s, and we'll see you in Infinite rocking whatever coding they decide to give us for that 152.
Ver 343 decides to bless you.
Yeah, a MSRP value of $4.99. So for your hundreds and hundreds of hours of dedication. So yeah. Besides that, that is it. That is the end of the show. Let's freaking get out of here. Freaking, you guys want to come watch us play some Recon Slayer and get wrecked? Feel free to join us after the stream, or after the podcast, I should say, and watch on there. But Kevin, if people are looking to find your content, looking to follow you on social media, stay up to date on all the latest happenings of the world of Halo, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at KevinKoolx Halo, YouTube KevinKoolx, Instagram KevinKoolx, Twitch KevinKoolx. Fans, I mean,
OnlyFans?
no, that's not a thing. I'm sorry. What am I talking
It is. Yeah, it is. Don't let them fool.
You can find the podcast also on Podbean and Spotify as well.
That's for true.
If you don't want to waste your phone battery listening on YouTube, all the links for our stuff is in the description down below as well. I recently actually just put together a link tree that I think I'm going to be trying to utilize a bit more as well, just because we have so many socials for everyone to check out that just one click, that's all your things. Do what you want with it,
Yeah.
How about you, Pat? How will people find your stuff on the internet?
Well, speaking of link trees, just go to thepatmangaming.com and you guys can find all the stuff to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. But if you guys want to follow certain things and don't want to head to the website for whatever reason, that is fine. You guys can find me anywhere on Twitch at thepatmangaming, on Twitter at thepatmangaming, on YouTube at thepatmangaming. Anything, that below my name right there, thepatmangaming. Type in youtube.com/twitch.tv/thepatmangaming. You guys will find me.
/Pat
// the Pat.
I've been meaning to put together a website. Actually, I'm still kind of like trying to figure out exactly what's the best option for me on the whole thing. But right. I definitely wanted to put together a website as well, though.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
So definitely, guys want to go check that out. Links, so everything is in the description of these videos and podcasts.
We got a rank 20 to get in recon, so we're going to catch y'all later.
We got some work to do, Pat.
Yes, we do. We got to do it for the content. We got to show it off in the videos for the content.
I can already see the mid-air reload animation thumbnail for it. I can see it. Put a lens flare on it. JJ Abrams would be proud, and you get all 20 views. It's gonna be great.
There you go. Yeah, it's gonna get 0 views, but I want to do it anyways. So, signing off for episode 52. Thank you guys so much for listening and or watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
Thanks for listening.